I've been seeing a lot of fresh faces in the world chat on Alara, and with fresh faces come a lot of questions about Alara and Project Ascension as a whole, such as, does world chat include both factions? Why are gnomes in the game? And how do I do my taxes? Though I won't be able to answer all of these questions, I wanted to address some of them as a way to do my part in helping new players get acclimated to some of these systems. Before I start, this video will be specific to the Alara server. If you want an overview that goes into a little more detail, check out my Need to Know 2022 Beginner Guide. To those of you who saw the thumbnail, yes, there are tameable dragons, yes, they are pretty sick, and yes, anyone can get them as long as you know what you're doing. To explain that, I have to go into my next question. What the fuck is draft and how do I get new abilities? Well, I go into this quite a bit in my other guide, but the summary is that on the Alara server, you cannot select any ability you want. Once you make a character, you'll be given a choice to pick between 3 different abilities. At level 1, you can do this multiple times, but after level 10, you'll only be given a choice every 2 levels. If you want to tame any type of pet, including dragons, you will need to pick this ability at level 1. If you don't see it on your first draft, you can right-click on the purple draft deck in your inventory and re-roll until you find the ability you're looking for. Note that this will re-roll all your abilities at level 1, but will become unavailable once you hit level 10. That being said, after level 10, you'll begin to earn Hands of Fate, which will allow you to reroll abilities at the cost of existing ones. Again, at the time of recording this, you cannot reroll into the Tame Pet abilities. Next question is, how do I know what abilities to get? Well, this question gets a little complicated because of the systems at play, so I can't really provide you a perfect answer. My best recommendation is to find a legendary enchant and try to get all the abilities that this enchant mentions. Definitely pick up any decent buffs or useful abilities as they offer them to you, as this may be the only time you see them. And to all those people who got Flame Tongue, Life Tap, and Evocation on their caster build without having to spend all their Hand of Fates, just know I hate you and I know where you live. How do I even start playing once I pick my abilities? And why does this book have a quest for me? Ascension will actually offer you a bunch of tutorials to help you get into the game. And if you have a good understanding of the game already, you can definitely ignore these quests, though I'd recommend giving them a look-see if certain systems are giving you trouble. Other than the book, you will have the regular World of Warcraft themed quests that will get you started into the leveling journey. Battlegrounds will unlock at level 10 and are another good way to get some decent XP, and the Looking for Group Q will unlock at level 15. Now that I have the Taming Dragon ability, how can I get one? Well, if you watched How to Tame Your Dragon, you may already know this, but you gotta find and bond with a dragon. And by bond, I mean click on the Tame Dragon button and hope you don't get slaughtered in the meantime. In a similar fashion to Tame Beast, you can't tame a dragonkin higher level than you. The lowest level dragonkin I'm aware of are found in Red Ridge at level 19. I'll show you exactly where they are on the map. But if someone knows a location of a lower level dragonkin, I will pin that comment, because I'm sure they'll let me know. They'll let me know real quick. I know you YouTube comments. I know what you're about. How do I deal with graphical glitches? Well, if your map or quest log is acting a little quirky at night, I'd recommend trying /reload UI to resolve it. If this doesn't work, try restarting the client to make sure it's fully up to date. What the fuck is world chat? Well, it's a chat containing both factions that all players are immediately in. You can choose to just ignore this chat, or you can post cringe on main. That's kind of up to you. These next 2 questions I didn't have the answer to, but there was a question and answer, a Q&A for short, on the Ascension Discord, where one of the developers came out to fill in a few blanks the community had. So the question was, are dragons getting talent support? And the response was, anything that say tame pet should support dragons. Now, to the untamed eye, this may seem a bit weird and not actually that big of a deal, but it definitely is. If you're taming a dragon and trying to buff it up for a really cool dragon-themed DPS build, you definitely want to look for some talents that will say tame pet, so your dragon will be doing even more damage. Again, specifically, if it says Tame Beast, it will not work for dragons. Another question that was asked, are epic and legendary ability caps going to be increased with the extra 10 levels in TBC? And the answer was the caps simply don't work the same way they did in the previous draft system. Now, I didn't address this when we originally talked about abilities in this video, but the abilities you pick do have a rarity associated with them. The more of each rarity you pick, the less you'll see of the same rarity. On a previous iteration of Ascension, these rarities had hard caps, meaning you couldn't get over a certain amount. But on Alara, this system seems to be a bit more vague. Is this a good or a bad thing? I don't know, man. I just make videos on the internet. I don't have all the answers. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe. And if you have more questions, put them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Bye.